Well, I'm keeping an eye on John, who, as you can see, is on the roof of the house. And what is he doing there? Well, he is giving the roof a little clean down, removing any moss and stuff like that, in preparation for having some biocidal spray treatment to stop any further moss or algae growth or lichen on the roof, because we need to get that done before the solar panels are installed, which shouldn't be too long now. There may be a slight hold up with getting the panels on, because we have now discovered, and this has taken 8 weeks so far to find this out, that our main electricity fuse is not safe. So we are waiting for the men who work for the electricity company to come and sort that, because we can't get the solar before that. So I'm just keeping an eye on John. Hopefully he will stay up there. It's a reasonably shallow inclined roof and it is dry, but he's not got a good record for being on the roof, so safety first. So we're 3 hours later, he's still there, hasn't fallen off yet. And he says it's a pig of a job, but it's obviously working, because there is a lot of moss coming off. So it is worth doing.
I need this scraped, and then just a day a wee bit of rain we can get some.
Well, the thing is, when you're taking that off, I don't want it to go down the gutter and blocking the gutter.
I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about getting it clean.
Right, I'll have a wee sweep up then.
Oh, what do you bother sweeping up? It's fucking hundreds.
So this is the view outside my front door. And that is the stuff that, well, John has been raking off the roof. And to be honest, I never realised it was quite that bad, but there's a lot of moss. A lot of moss. But I'm not cleaning up yet. There's a defunct cable that he's removed. Goodness me, it is a mess. However, he is correct that it is better to have it off now before the solar panels go on. So this is the view outside my front door. And that is the stuff that, well, John has been raking off the roof. And to be honest, I never realised it was quite that bad, but there's a lot of moss. A lot of moss. But I'm not cleaning up yet. There's a defunct cable that he's removed. Goodness me, it is a mess. However, he is correct that it is better to have it off now before the solar panels go on. So that's just one of the clumps. That just shows you what we're kind of dealing with. And it's obviously not been done, well, for years and years and years, if ever. So he's on the back of the roof now and has scraped all the moss off and is now just brushing it off. He did want me to come and help him, but I put my foot on the plank and I just said, no, I can't do that. I can't do it. I just can't do it. We've John's finished that. This is the day after he's finished scraping down, and he's having a quiet day today. So you'll see the roof, both sides now are pristine, and we're not going to leave it like that. We have bought a product. My friend bought this for her patio, and she was so impressed with it. She said, you should get this. And I did a wee bit of research on YouTube, and it is suitable for applying to the roof, and it's a biocide, and I'm a little bit uncomfortable about using that. However, on the other side of this roof, we're going to have our solar panels, and once they're on, really trying to clean the roof down is not going to be an option. So, as I said, I have done some research. It will keep the roof clean, and John will never have to go on the roof again. It could be somebody else's job, because we won't be doing it in our lifetime again. But I'm glad it's been done. And we have filled a whole wheelbarrow with the moss that came off. So we're going to leave it. There's rain expected tomorrow. We're expecting that to wash the roof down. And then the next thing he's going to look at is the downpipes. So he's cleaned the guttering, both sides, which he doesn't think's been done for years. And the next thing will be to go out when it's raining and see if the downpipes are flowing clearly. So that might be on Saturday. So this is the product that we're going to use on the roof. It removes mould, lichen and algae, as it says. And you basically dilute this. It must be applied on a dry surface, and it has to remain dry for 5 hours. And then that's it. So you spray it on, you let it dry, and what happens is it prevents mould, lichen and algae growing, and removes mould, lichen and algae. It hasn't been tested for moss, but we've removed all the moss, as you've seen, and we're just going to see how it goes. It's not cheap, but the alternative is to go up every couple of years and physically remove moss, and I don't think that's good for us to do physically. I don't think it's good for the roof to have somebody walking about on it when they don't need it. I have checked if this is safe to use with steel, plastic, etc., because I don't want it damaging my solar panels, and apparently it's absolutely fine. So we'll see how it goes. We have a bit of a dilemma. So this lovely wisteria beside our front door is having a second flower, which is great, because when we came here it was in the middle of flowering, and as you can see it started to become a bit of a triffid. Now I don't mind that, and that can be just cut back, but that's not the issue here. The issue for me is the pot. Now, I don't know if you can see the trunk of the wisteria there, but it's pretty thick. And in my knowledgeable sort of guessing is that this is going through the bottom of the pot and through the slabs here. John thinks that if we cut underneath the pot, i.e. between the pot and the slabs,
Try and move the pot.
he thinks the plant, the wisteria, will survive. I think it'll die. So John is going to try and move the pot. Meantime, I'm going to cut some of these tendrils off. Okay, so you can see the bottom of the pot is not sitting on the concrete slabs, and you can see that the growth has actually lifted this other slab, because the root has definitely gone through the bottom of the pot, in there. It's trying to come up and sucker there. I've cut that back, but the dilemma we've got is we'll either break the pot and let the plant just do its own thing, and I don't know how that's going to look for the bottom stem trunk of this wisteria once we break the pot, or we just cut underneath the pot straight through the stem and remove the whole plant, which I'm very loath to do, or the third choice is we just accept that that is how it is and just kind of manage it. Yeah, I think that is just to make sure it doesn't become an issue. So John is of the third persuasion, and he's already trying to fix fixings so that there's a bit of support for it. Now, it's a thing of beauty. So we moved here 8 weeks ago, and it was in flower, and it's flowering again, and the scent is lovely. So it looks like the triffid is staying. Well, that's a bit better, and at least we've made a decision about it.